Here we are at Le Vaudreuil, if my French pronunciation is about right. Just south of Rouen. This is an air. Well, it's this is in all the airs books. It's a car park basically, but the air services which are over there have been closed off. I think they're doing a bit of regeneration of the area right next to this sports centre, which looks lovely in the sunrise. Down over this way, just in the distance over there as you walk around, there's a church which has been sort of regenerated, rebuilt. It's an arts centre and so on. It's quite a nice little French village or town. Quite small streets to get. I know it's not such a big motorhome, it's 7.5 metres, but it's still quite quite a challenge. Because as you see, we're sort of poking right out of the parking space there. I think the air actually would be these parking spaces over this way, because you've got some space beyond there on the grass to sort of reverse over, and the services are just here. And what it would have, if they were open and not being closed off, maybe they're broken or whatever, but it would have waste for your toilet and rinsing water, obviously fresh water this side, grey waste down that one, that looks blocked up, but one or two electric points, so you can do electric hookup when it reopens. I guess it will. There's bins here, there's some recycling stuff there, and I can see a little YouTuber sticker, De Uma Auto Caravana. Anyway, when we came in yesterday, about 2 o'clock I suppose, after we'd travelled down from the tunnel, and bear in mind we're just south of Rouen, and it's the place is so typically French. Well, we are in France, of course. Lots of sort of notices and signs like that one, Notre Dame. We're actually near to the River Seine, so we're cozy in here. Yeah, so we're near the River Seine, and it sort of flows out to the sea there. But Wendy is now just planning the next air, aren't you?
Yes, I am, yes. We're going to have to go and get some electricity on today, because it's been quite a long while since we were plugged in, so we just need a little bit, because one power bank's flat and the other one's only got a little bit in, so we're gonna go to a camping car park air, because you know that you're guaranteed some electricity there. And if you went and paid the money and it didn't work, you can phone them up and then we'd get a refund. So that's what we're going to do today. But it's quite a long trip. I think it would take us 4 hours.
That's okay.
That's if the going's good, and it should be.
Yeah, it's about 9 o'clock at the moment, isn't it? So we'll be there just after lunch.
Very good, exciting. Yes. New places is the best. Yes.
So an update on the electrical situation is, as many of you know, we've got 2 power banks. We've got the down here we've got the Bluetti, and over this way we have the All Power. So just before we left England, we ran out of gas, or so we thought. Anyway, nothing on gas was working. I think we're using a lot of gas. In fact, we've used half a tank since we last filled up, because we've had to have the heat on. I think that's what sort of soaks it up a bit. But the reason our All Power went completely out was we had 59% left. Because we charged laptops, phones, iPads. We charge these little power banks up. These little power banks we charge up from that because they're more portable. We can take them with us in the front and so on. But because we didn't have any gas, and when we get up, we like to have a cup of tea. I used the 2 kilowatt electric kettle on the All Power. Bearing in mind it had 59% when I started. It went down to 38% just to boil 1 kettle for 2 cups of tea. So I put 2 cups of water in, boiled it. 20% of the capacity of the All Power went just to boil 1 kettle. Madness. Anyway, we thought, well, that'd be okay, because we've got 100% in the Bluetti, which we normally keep in the garage. But because the All Power is so effective, so efficient, we can leave it switched on all the time and it doesn't use any power unless it's actually powering something. Whereas the Bluetti, if you leave it switched on, it just drains all of its power just to power itself. Madness. Anyway, I used the Bluetti. Here's a bit of crazy for you. I used the Bluetti on AC mode to charge the All Power. So the All Power is now almost fully charged, and the Bluetti is down to 20%. So I did that because the All Power doesn't soak up electricity or the power it's got just to run itself, and the Bluetti does. So switch the Bluetti on, charge the All Power, switch it off, and that when it's switched off, it will maintain what it's got. But there you go. So we're on the road. This is our first stop from the tunnel. So we got south of Rouen yesterday. It was a big journey, wasn't it? Quite a nice journey though. All right, wasn't it?
Well, I think we would have probably liked to have caught a later train because it was so dark and pouring rain when we arrived.
Driving in the dark.
With the clock change, it was 8:30 before it got light. So
yeah.
And when you first come over, it takes a little while to adjust, and so.
And we had to get up at 3:30 yesterday morning, didn't we?
Yeah, you was a bit tired, really.
Get up at 3:30, and then
it was a bit stressful, and I don't know why we didn't think about that. We just thought, it'd be later in Spain, but of course we should have later in France. It is an hour later, but of course that makes it darker in the morning. So.
Yeah. So it didn't get light here until 8:30.
No,
because we're approaching. Was it the 20th today? Yeah. So tomorrow is the shortest day.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's the darkest. Yeah.
This time last year, we went to Brighton to see the burning of the clocks on the 21st.
Yeah,
that was a good night.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to plan the journey for the next trip, and away we go. Stay tuned. We've made our way a bit further south to this lovely camping car park at Château-Renault, and the thing is that they're all grass pitches, but you can't really park on them because we've had so much rain, and we are parked over here. Now we're on the sort of roadway around, but there's the entrance over there. Picnic and playground sort of stuff going on, but all of the grass is very, very soft indeed. So we've decided that bit of toilet emptying, you know, all that sort of stuff going on. We'll probably fill up with water on the way out, get a bit low, but then as I say, you can see people have actually got stuck, and that's what some of the reviews that Wendy read were, that people had got stuck on the pitches. It's right near a big road, but it's also next to a river. And I hope you're enjoying the little look around. I think this is one of the pitches here. Oh yeah, it is. You've got electrical points up here, and then over this steep bank here you've got a nice fast flowing river. You see the man in his high-vis jacket down there just doing some work down by the service point. Service point's a bit tight to get into, only just wide enough, and you can only just sort of reverse in. I don't know, our van's not that big, it's only 7.5 metres, but it was still a bit tight, and there was a massive ditch on one side. When I drove out, the back wheel did sort of drop down into it. It was a bit worrying, but it's all good. The air goes, I mean, there's 70 pitches here, and you see some are up these hills, and I think you can drive up onto there. Bit tight. You wouldn't want a very big van to go up there because the trees are a bit in the way, but they've all got electric. There's a service point down there. In the summer, feels a bit like summer today, you get the bright sunshine. Been like that all the way here. In the summer they've got toilets and showers open over the back there. You see that over the back. This road goes all the way around the back, comes back out here. So there's pitches all around. See, I mean the pitches are quite big. They go from sort of hedge to hedge there. About 12 metres wide on each pitch. Maybe 10 metres. My steps are a bit short. But here we are. I've got the silver screens out. I'll put those on a bit later properly. But they'll do just to lay on there for the moment. It's not windy. Blue sky. Few of those awful man-made clouds going on. Little playground there. So it's like, oh, the man's coming to cut the grass. There you go. We've had a lovely peaceful night here at Château-Renault at the paid air. Now, it's €12 a night, so that's just short of £10, but that includes electric and all the facilities. So fill up the water, empty, grey waste and toilet waste, so on. And you get 24 hours for that. So that's really good. Now we're planning our next little jump on the journey. So just going to show you the map of what Wendy uses. Here's the map that Wendy uses. And you see we are up here, Château-Renault, and we're going to go through Tours and right down to Poitiers today, and that's about just short of 100 miles, maybe 85, 90 miles from there to there. And we're not quite sure what air we'll stay at tonight. Probably another camping car park, because when you think about it, the cost of staying in these is very, very small, like £10 a night, and we already budget for at least one night a week in a campsite in England. So, and we judge that, you know, on average, maybe 20 to 25 pounds. So our real budget for campsites in England is about £50 a week, just so that we can fill up with water, recharge electricity things, and empty toilets and so on. Staying over here, I mean, you know, if we're at £10 a night, including electric, then we could, you know, our budget would cover 4 nights a week, 4 or 5 nights a week, which is pretty good. So there's not so much concern about having to switch between paid and free airs. Although free airs are plentiful over here in France. You know, we stayed on a few. We stayed on, not last night because we're here, the night before when we stayed at the other free air. The air was sort of closed down, sort of. But we still stayed and there was no issues, which is really nice. So we're going to get on our way to there, and we think that by Monday, it's, what is it, Saturday today. So we started our trip on Thursday morning early, it's Saturday morning now, and we think we'll probably be in Spain on Monday, and getting towards the warmer weather, although it's so much warmer, even down near Tours, the temperature's much more well, just easy to deal with. You know, we're not freezing all the time and having to put the heating on a lot. So there we go. But anyway, catch up with us in the next video, where we'll be making our trek through Spain, stopping off at Burgos, and then heading towards Portugal and going on that historic trail, and hopefully getting one of those passports stamped. So stay tuned for the next video coming up after this one. Bye for now.